Welcome back to Speak Smartly and Fluently, the podcast that helps you master English and build the confidence to use it in real life. I'm Sarah, and I'm here with my co-host, Ben. Today, we have a powerful topic to discuss: why learning English will change your life. So, if you've ever felt frustrated, stuck, or ready to give up, this episode is for you. Right, Ben?
Absolutely, Sarah. Learning English isn't just about grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. It's about unlocking new opportunities, meeting incredible people, and even seeing the world differently. And today, we're going to break down exactly why learning English can be life-changing.
That's right. So, whether you're just starting out or you've been learning for a while, stay with us because by the end of this episode, you'll be more motivated than ever to keep going. Let's start by discussing just how powerful English is in today's world. Ben, can you share some reasons why English is such a valuable language?
Of course. English is the global language of communication. It's the primary language used in business, science, technology, and even entertainment. If you speak English, you can access more information, connect with people worldwide, and expand your opportunities.
Exactly. Think about it. Most international businesses use English. If you want to work for a multinational company, having strong English skills gives you an edge.
And let's not forget about technology. The majority of websites, research papers, and online courses are in English. By learning English, you're unlocking a vast amount of knowledge.
Absolutely. Plus, English is the most widely spoken second language. Even if you travel to a country where English isn't the official language, you're likely to find someone who speaks it. That makes traveling so much easier and more enjoyable.
Right. And when you can communicate with people from different cultures, it broadens your perspective. You get to experience the world in a whole new way.
Learning English isn't just about words and grammar, it's about opening doors to the world. And we're here to help you keep going on this journey.
Let's start with one of the biggest reasons why learning English is so powerful: it opens up a world of opportunities. English is the most widely spoken language in the world. It's the language of business, science, technology, and entertainment.
Exactly. Imagine applying for jobs at international companies. If you can speak English, your options increase dramatically. Many multinational corporations require English proficiency, and if you have that skill, you'll stand out from other candidates.
And it's not just about jobs. Studying abroad becomes much easier when you know English. The best universities in the world, including Harvard, Oxford, and MIT, offer courses in English. Imagine being able to study in these top institutions.
That's a great point, Ben. And even if you don't want to work or study abroad, knowing English helps in everyday life, traveling, making new friends, and even watching your favorite movies without subtitles.
Speaking of travel, let's talk about how learning English makes your trips much easier and more enjoyable.
Oh, yes. Have you ever traveled to a country where you didn't speak the language and struggled to communicate? It can be frustrating. But since English is the most commonly spoken second language, you can use it almost anywhere.
Exactly. Whether you're in Europe, Asia, or South America, you'll find people who understand English. You can ask for directions, order food, and make new friends much more easily.
And let's not forget about airports. Most signs, announcements, and airline communications are in English. Knowing English makes navigating foreign places stress-free.
Let's talk about something super important: the internet. Did you know that more than 50% of all web content is in English?
That's right. If you can understand English, you have access to an endless amount of knowledge. You can read books, take online courses, watch YouTube tutorials, and even follow the latest news from around the world.
Not to mention social media. If you know English, you can connect with people globally, follow influencers, and even build an online business.
English allows you to be a part of worldwide discussions and stay updated on trends, which is a huge advantage in today's digital age.
Learning a new language does something amazing for your brain. It improves your cognitive skills and boosts your confidence.
That's true. When you learn English, you train your brain to think differently. You improve your memory, problem-solving abilities, and even multitasking skills.
And let's not forget confidence. Imagine how amazing you'll feel when you can hold a conversation in English, watch a movie without subtitles, or even give a presentation at work.
Yes, the more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. And confidence leads to even more opportunities.
Now, let's talk about something important, staying motivated. Learning English isn't always easy, and sometimes, you might feel like giving up.
But don't. Every language learner struggles at some point. The key is to stay consistent and remind yourself why you started.
Exactly. Find fun ways to learn, watch movies, listen to music, talk to native speakers, and practice daily. Small steps every day will lead to big results over time.
And most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a lesson, and the more you practice, the better you'll get.
Now, let's talk about some real-life examples of people who have changed their lives by learning English.
Great idea. One of my favorite stories is about a woman named Maria from Brazil. She always dreamed of working for an international company but struggled with English. She dedicated an hour every day to practicing English, using online courses and speaking with native speakers. Today, she works for a major tech company in the US and says learning English completely transformed her career.
That's amazing. I have a similar story about Ahmed from Egypt. He wanted to study abroad but didn't have strong English skills. He practiced consistently, watched English movies, and did a lot of speaking practice. After 2 years, he got a scholarship to study in Canada. Now, he's living his dream.
These stories prove that learning English can literally change your life. It takes effort, but the rewards are incredible.
Absolutely. So if you're feeling discouraged, remember, every small step you take is getting you closer to your goals.
All right, let's talk about some common challenges English learners face and how to overcome them. Ben, what do you think is the biggest struggle for learners?
I'd say fear of making mistakes. Many people are afraid of sounding silly or saying something wrong, so they don't practice speaking enough.
That's a big one. But here's the truth, mistakes are a good thing. They mean you're learning and improving.
Exactly. No one speaks perfectly from the start. The key is to practice as much as possible and not worry about being perfect.
Another challenge is lack of motivation. Sometimes, learning a new language feels overwhelming, and people feel like they're not making progress.
Yes. And one way to stay motivated is to set small, achievable goals. Instead of saying, I want to be fluent, set a goal like, I'll learn 10 new words this week.
That's such a great tip. Progress happens little by little, so celebrate every milestone. Now, let's give our listeners some practical ways to keep improving their English.
One of my favorites is immersing yourself in English. Change your phone settings to English, watch movies without subtitles, and try to think in English.
Yes! And another tip is to speak as much as possible. Find a language partner, join an online conversation group, or even talk to yourself in English.
That's a great one. And don't forget about listening to English daily. Podcasts, audiobooks, and music can help train your ear to understand spoken English better.
And most importantly, don't give up. Learning a language is a journey, and it's okay to have ups and downs.
Exactly. Stay consistent, stay motivated, and keep pushing forward.
Wow, this was such an inspiring discussion. To all our listeners, remember, learning English will open so many doors for you. It might be tough at times, but every effort you make brings you closer to success.
That's right. So keep practicing, stay patient, and never give up. You can do this.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe to Speak Smartly and Fluently so you never miss an episode. And if you found today's conversation helpful, Please share it with a friend who's learning English too.
We'd also love to hear from you. Send us your questions, share your progress, and let us know what topics you'd like us to cover next.
Thanks for listening, and as always, happy learning. You're doing great. Bye, everyone.